Hey yo, Guam Popcons. My name is Diesel Weasel. That's Diesel 2Ls, Weasel 2Ls, Y2Ls. I have no idea. And we're back again with some Skyforge tips and tricks. Today we're going to be going over gear. You know, where to get that gear, the max level of gear you want to shoot for, the stats, and how to level up that gear. So, one time, waste no time. Let's get right into it. If you open up your equipment tab, this shows you all your four types of gear. Your weapons, you got artifacts, you got jewelry, and you got gems of power. Each one of these gears has their color rarities like usual MMOs, greens for commons, blues for rares, purple, epic, and gold is mythical. That's what you want to be shooting for. That's what you want to level up all your gear up to is mythical. So you can be beast and start running through this game like nothing. So as of right now on Xbox, we are on Gen 1. So the max level of gear we can drop is Gen 1 gear, which has a might requirement of 12,500. So if we open up this tab and look in there, we see that we have required might, ring of knowledge required might 12,500, 12.5 for short. To distinguish these easily from other gear, you if you look at your amulet, it says amulet of knowledge. All your Gen 1 gear, your max Gen 1 gear will say of knowledge at the end and have 12.5 might requirement. So everything you want ring of knowledge, amulet of knowledge, brooch of knowledge, bracelet of knowledge, even your gems they say of knowledge. That's how you know you got your 12.5 gear. That's the ones you want to be running for in your dungeons. And where to go get those gear? You go to your early on tab, you shoot over to equipment. Right there you'll see all your 5-mans and your 10-mans. This is what you do to get your gear. You run these, each dungeon drops a specific gear. So like if we go down here to Operation Medea, this 10-man, this drops sapphires of knowledge and rubies of knowledge. See, might requirement, all 12.5. So this is what you want. Whatever gear you need or whatever gear you want to farm at that time, this is how you find it right here. You come right here to your equipment tab, open this up, see what gear you want, knock them out, get your gear, leveling up. And also you can use that gear to you can break them down and also use it to level up your other gear, which I'll talk a little bit about in a bit. So also with your with the color rarities and the might requirements, just because you get a purple gear doesn't mean that's the best. You always want to get gear with the best stats. So you can get a bunch of rings with different stats. Let's look into that now. Each gear drops with integrity, random integrity, main stats. So our main stats, which are critical and main damage for this ring. Then you have your key stats and then your secondary stats. All these but crit and main damage are random. The only thing that affects your crit and main damage is the randomness of your integrity. So the higher the integrity, the higher times you'll get for crit damage. So if I look here, I have this ring of knowledge with 0 integrity and it's 1.5 crit damage times 1.5 crit damage. But if I go over here to amulet of knowledge, you'll see I have 2% integrity and 1.52 champions damage. So companions damage. I promise you guys I can read. I do know how to read a little bit for the most part. Yeah, so those the higher the integrity, the higher that times multiplier is, and I believe the highest we can go for Gen 1 right now is 2.3, so it'll be companions damage times 2.3, so they'll all be the same. So if you see this 42% when I got here, it is times 1.84. So that's how you know, that's how integrity affects the type of your gear. And also you have your key stats and your secondary stats. These are all randomized when the gear drops, so you can have 2 different key stats and you can have 2 different secondary stats along with different percentage multipliers. So just because mine's drop, this ring drops crit chance and damage to elite, doesn't mean it always be the same exact percentage, like 4.8 and 5.0 respectively. It doesn't mean it always be the same. So if I look on other gear, see I have crit chance 6.0 and 4.0 defense, which will differ from every gear. But when you drop gear, the gear you want to keep, apart from the gear you want to dismantle for materials, you always want to keep the ones with the highest stats according to like what you're doing. So if you're DPS, you're gonna want like crit chance and damage to elites or main damage bonuses. That's what you always want to shoot for. You always want to shoot for those max percentages. So the higher percentage ones you want to keep, you trash the other ones you got or not working for you. And same thing goes if you're running a support class. Running support, you want stuff that'll better your barriers and like your general defense and things like that. So all that stuff is randomized. You compare your gear when you drop it, see which one's better, trash the other ones that you're not going to use. And you also got like, see, gems, same thing, but the gems have different, each gems and jewelries, they all have different key stats. So in your amulets and all your jewelries, you'll have like crit chance, and then in your gems you have crit damage bonuses. So don't confuse the two. Crit chance, you know, will be the percentage of which it's possible for you to crit on every hit, and then you have crit damage is the amount of damage that crit will do. So you know, you want to add those according to what kind of class you're running, DPS, defense, or support. And also, let's go into leveling up this gear. Well, I won't dabble too much in it because this leveling can be in a whole video in itself. I'll just give you guys an overview, but if you guys want me to dabble a little bit deeper and explain everything to you guys, where to get all this stuff, I'll do that. Just go down there, hit that like button, and drop a comment. Let me know that you want to see more of it, and I'll make another video on that. So to level up, all you gotta do is go to your bags, you go to item upgrades, and this will show you all the gear you have equipped, along with the gear you have in your bag. So the equipped ones will be the ones with the dots on the right hand corners, top right hand corners, and then these would be the ones that are in your bag. See, no dots, dot, no dot, dot, no dot, dot, no dot, dot, no dot. Yeah. So just first off though, I want to let you guys know, just because you get a purple gear, don't level up that first purple gear you get, try to get it to mythical. Don't do that. Only level up your purple gear to get max stats depending on your class. Or if you're doing DPS, you want to level up like your emeralds that do crit damage bonus. Like level up those things that benefit your class, because you don't want to be doing DPS and then you got your barriers are super awesome, which doesn't make sense. You'll be putting out less damage. So you always want to make sure you keep the ones with the stats you need, and the stats will better your class, and that's the ones you level up and you grind up to get those to mythical. And to do that, you'll want to select your select the equipment you have, and then you go down here and it'll show you this icon here, which will be the material you need. You need pure matter to get your gear from purple to bring up the integrity, which brings up, like remember I said before, higher the integrity, higher the main stat increase. So see, this one has 80%. I'm already getting times 2.4 on my crit and my maximum health. So you want to up your while you're upping your integrity of your gear, that will bring up the base max percentage for your main stats. So it's great because you're not going to be leveling up, spending all this money and then having to wait till you turn it mythical. No, you do get bonuses. You level up little by little, get your integrity to 100, then you take it to mythical. And to get these stuff, pure matter, the easiest way to pretty much get them is just farm gear, dismantle the ones you don't want. Dismantling those gear gives you pure matter. You use your credits, you upgrade it. See how I have, if you look at my integrity right now, it's 80%. So it says I need 75 matter to upgrade. I have 81 at the moment, and it'll cost me 30,000 credits. So watch my integrity and watch my main stats. So bam, integrity went up 1%, and crit and main damage, well, pretty much stayed the same. It didn't really make much of a difference, but you get what I'm saying. The more integrity you got, the more main damage stat bonuses you get, or main stat bonuses you get. And also, they won't affect, big thing, they won't affect your key and secondary stats. It'll only give you more of those stats. So if you level up one, you'll get, like, see, if I look at this gear here, by the way, don't level up green gear, please. Don't do it. You're just wasting you're wasting your resources. Don't do it. But if you look here, it'll say upgrade quality plus 1 random stat. So that's what it'll give you when you hit your max integrity and you level it up 1. That's what it'll give you. But other than that, it will not affect your key stats at all. It won't affect your key or secondary stats. So if you have 12% crit damage bonus and you level that up again, it won't increase. It won't increase to 13-14%. It stays the same. So that's why you always want to make sure that you're only leveling up the gear with high percent maxes on your key stats and secondary stats. I can't stress that enough, guys. Only level up your purple gear that has great stats that you use. Don't waste your time leveling up shit just to get to mythical. It's a waste. You're gonna be wasting a lot of resources. Just don't do it. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So if you have any questions, if this video helped you out in any form or any way, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what was good about the video, what did you like, what did you didn't like. Get into the comments, let's start discussions. I'm always here, I'm always trying to respond to everything, every comment you guys leave. So you know, you do it do what you always do. You know what I'll say: like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget, my name is Diesel Weasel. That's Diesel, 2 L's, Weasel, 2 L's. Why 2 L's? I have no idea. Peace.
Day 3.
I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move.